IQ is more than just a score, it's a way of thinking. Here are the 7 levels of thinking, starting with reactive and basic awareness.
All right, let's jump right into it. Today in this explainer, we are completely dismantling one of the absolute biggest myths about human intelligence. We are going to shatter the old rules, completely flip the script, and redefine what it actually means to be smart. Welcome to the 7 levels of intelligence. So let me ask you a question directly. Is your IQ really fixed? Do you still kind of buy into that old idea that intelligence is just this permanent number, like a rigid score they assigned you at birth that basically dictates your potential forever? Well, get ready to change your mind. You know, for decades, we all relied on that traditional IQ, right? A fixed score that supposedly locked in your limits. But modern cognitive psychology, it reveals a totally different reality. Intelligence isn't just about how much useless trivia you can cram into your head and memorize. No, it's a dynamic, evolving process. It develops in distinct layers, and it is based entirely on how you actually process information and understand the world around you. Okay, so starting at the very bottom of the ladder, we have levels 1 and 2, the automatic mind. At these base levels, your brain is basically cruising on autopilot. Level 1 is purely reactive. It's totally driven by immediate emotions, deep-seated habits, and impulses. Your brain is literally prioritizing speed over accuracy here. You're not really thinking. You are just reacting. And then we hit level 2, which is basic awareness. You might notice simple behaviors or basic cause and effect, but honestly, it is entirely surface-level pattern recognition. You see what's happening, sure, but you completely lack the depth to explain the why behind it. Moving up a bit, we get into levels 3 and 4, the logic trap. So level 3 introduces logical thinking. This is where you learn to connect ideas and make structured decisions. Now, this is exactly where traditional education operates, and frankly, it is where most people get permanently stuck. Why? Because logic alone just isn't enough. The absolutely crucial shift happens at level 4, critical thinking. This is where you stop blindly accepting information. You start questioning everything, evaluating your sources, challenging assumptions, and actively looking for flaws. Now, this requires intense, active mental effort, which is exactly why so many people just completely avoid it. Next up is level 5, the paradigm shift. Now, this is the real game changer. This is what separates average thinkers from truly advanced minds, metacognition. At level 5, your brain actually turns inward. You aren't just thinking anymore, you are actively observing your own thinking. You catch your own biases in real time, you spot your own cognitive errors before you make them. Truly understanding exactly how your mind works so it can improve itself, that is a massive indicator of higher intelligence.
And that brings us to level 6 and 7, the pinnacle.
Level 6 is abstract and systems thinking. At this stage, you're no longer limited to the direct information in front of you. You actually start seeing connections between completely unrelated ideas, thinking in these broad patterns and complex frameworks. I mean, it is literally the engine of pure innovation. But level 7? Wow. That is the ultimate tier, strategic and adaptive thinking. This is all about real-world execution. You're applying highly flexible long-term planning, and you instantly adapt your thinking based on whatever situation gets thrown at you. At this level, you don't just understand the world, you master it. But look, here is the hard truth. Most people don't actually lack intelligence, they just get comfortable. Climbing this cognitive ladder, it requires extreme effort, discomfort, and just constant mental challenge. Your brain naturally wants to stay safely down at those fast, easy, automatic levels. It's lazy by design. True growth only happens when you force yourself to push right through that discomfort. So let's just go ahead and completely forget about that arbitrary fixed IQ score. The only question that actually matters right now is this. At what level are you thinking right now?